Hi everyone, it's Jamie from 𝐒𝐲𝐬, and today we're really excited to be here for the Stamping Village event at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo at home. We have our holiday cards and tags mini class to show you today using our holiday cards and tag bundle that's on sale. So we're going to be making these 4 cards along with these 2 tags. And all the products used to create these tags and cards can be found in our holiday cards and tags bundle. This bundle contains our fall foliage stamp and die set, our Santa Bear stamp and die set, and our holiday ephemera pack. These sets have a retail value of $72.50, but we're giving them to you in the bundle for 35% off at $47. So this first card that we're going to make, we're going to use the 2 leaf images that are in the fall foliage set that I've already stamped and colored, as well as the fox and the ephemera pack. And in the ephemera pack, we are going to be using the Merry and Bring On the Sentiment, as well as the white scalloped frame. You're going to need a cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches that's scored in the middle, and then a piece of vellum that we've cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, as well as some liquid glue. We're using our Avery Elle liquid glue. So the first thing that we're going to do is that on the back side of the scalloped frame, we're going to run a bead of glue. And we're going to adhere this to the vellum panel that we've pre-cut. The nice thing about our liquid glue is that it is forgiving, so you can adjust the pieces once you've adhered them together for a few seconds afterwards to get the placement that you wish. I'm going to align the leaves that I colored in the autumn colors of red, orange, and green, along with the sentiments and the fox to get the placement that I like first. And then once I get them how I like them, I'm going to put liquid glue on the back and adhere them into place. So I've got everything how I like it, and I am going to just make sure that everything's adhered down. I'm going to mount this onto the front of the card base. So we're going to flip the panel that we just made over, and then we're going to put the liquid glue behind the die cuts that we adhered to the front, just to hide the glue so it doesn't show through on the vellum. And then we're going to adhere it to the front. And there you have our first card that we created using our holiday cards and tags bundle. So let's start a second card. In this card, I've used the same 2 leaf images that I've colored in a more pastel palette, as well as the fox and the bunny, and the following out of our ephemera pack. We're going to use the light blue scalloped frame, the snowbank, one of the snowbanks, and the Happy Holidays sentiment. You're going to need a piece of cardstock that is cut to 5.5 by 8.5 inches, scored down the middle. And you're going to also need a piece of vellum that's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And again, we're going to need some liquid glue. And in this time, I'm going to use a little glitter pen as well as some scissors. So we're going to put some liquid glue on the back of the scalloped frame, and we're going to adhere that to the front of the vellum panel. We're going to center it on the panel, and we're going to be able to move it just slightly if you need to get it just how you like it. I'm just pressing on the edges to make sure that it's adhered well. And then here we have our snowbank. You can either put it on the front of the card or the back. I'm going to put it behind the vellum, but if you wanted to put it on the front, you could tuck it, you could glue it back first to the blue frame, then adhere both to the front of the vellum. Here I'm just placing where I want some of the leaves. I'm going to cut these leaves apart and I'll show you in a second how I'm going to do that. But I just want to see where I want to cut it. And I'm going to cut it right along the edge of these smaller leaves so that it's going to give me two pieces. So I'm going to tuck the piece that comes off on the left onto the left side of the card. And I'm going to use the other half on the right side of the card. I'm just adjusting it to where I want it to sit. And I'm snipping off the bottom edge of the leaf just so I can tuck it in easier. And you can see I have some little bits hanging out the bottom of the frame, so I'm going to cut these off. So I'm just going to cut a slight edge off the bottom of that leaf and then tuck it back in. And then the same with this piece from the right. I'm going to cut off the little bottom section so that it doesn't hang out. And then I'm liking the placement of that, so I'm going to add the fox just to see, and the little bunny. And I think that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down into place on the top of the vellum. So I have everything how I like it, and I'm just making sure that everything's adhered. And now I'm going to glue the snowbank to the back side of the vellum. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue just along the bottom edge of the vellum panel. And I'm going to make sure that I glue the stitched printed side towards the back of the vellum so that we can see it through the front of the vellum. And I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to adjust that snowbank height. I want to move it up just a little bit so I can see it through there. And I like that placement. So now I'm going to just put the glue behind the back of the vellum die cut pieces so that we don't see it through the front to the vellum. We're just going to hide that glue strategically depending on where we can place it. And I'm just going to put that on the front of the card. So we're going to adjust it just slightly so that we like the placement. And I'm going to add just a little bit of glitter. And this is just the clear Wink of Stella glitter pen. I just put it on some of the berries and the leaves to add just a little shimmer and sparkle. So there is the second card that we made using this holiday tags and cards bundle. And we're going to go on to the third card. Here I colored the same two leaf images in greens and purples. We're using the little hedgehog and the little bunny as well. And then from our ephemera pack, we're using the white scallop frame and the Happy Holidays sentiment. You're also going to need a card base that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches scored in the middle, and a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of vellum. And we're also going to be using our liquid glue again. And I'm going to use some glitter pen. It gives a really nice shimmer. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put adhesive on the back of the scalloped frame, and we're going to adhere that to the front of the vellum panel, centering it on the front. The nice things about the frames in our ephemera pack is there's multiple ones that you can use. You can switch up the colors if you like, but they're all sized perfectly for 4¼ by 5½-inch card front. They make it really easy and quick to create a card. I really like them. And then I'm going to arrange the leaves how I would like to see them on the card front. And I'm going to put the little hedgehog and the little bunny as well. And I like that placement, so I'm going to go ahead and glue all of that down. So I have everything like I want it, and I'm going to put adhesive on the back. Again, hiding all the little beads of glue and drops of glue behind the die cuts so that they don't show through to the front of the vellum. We're going to put this on the front of the card base and get it the alignment like we like. I like the vellum. The vellum on top of white, it just gives it a very nice subtle effect. It adds some depth, and it's just really pretty. So that's why for this card series, I decided to put all the vellum in. I think it's just a fun touch to give some added depth and dimension to your cards. And there you have our third card. This next card is going to have the Santa, the hedgehog, the bunny, the fox from our Santa Bear set, as well as the following ephemera pieces. We're going to use this snowflake backdrop, the Merry Christmas sentiment, and the other snowbank that's included in the ephemera pack. We're also going to use a card base that is 5½ inches by 8½ inches, scored in the middle, and another piece of vellum that's 4¼ by 5½ inches. So we're going to take the glue and put it on the back side of the snowbank, so the non-printed side. And we're going to put this snowbank, we're going to leave a little bit of a border around the 3 sides on the vellum. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little border on all 3 sides around the snowbank. So we're going to put that at the bottom, and then we're adhering. Well, I'm going to place out and see where I like the Santa and the little guys so that we can see the spacing. So I'm just going to align it before I adhere anything down so that I have a chance to make any changes that I want. But I think this looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere everything together. So now that I have everything adhered, I'm going to put the glue on the back side of the vellum. Again, hiding as much as I can behind the die cuts on the front. But in this case, you'll see we don't have anything along the top edge of the card that we can hide the glue behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to put just 2 dots of glue, one on the top left and one on the top right corner. And this will adhere it to the card top, but it won't show through to the front and ruin the look that we're trying to get on the card. So you can see here, I'm just tacking those top 2 corners down and then pushing down behind where the glue is behind the rest of the die cuts. So I think this is a super cute card. I love the Santa and the little guys looking at him. I think it's so super sweet. And there's our 4th card of our bundle projects. So next projects that we're going to make are 2 tags, and we're going to use the Santa Bear from our Santa Bear set, as well as the ephemera pack to use the 2 snow globes, the 2 packages, our Merry Christmas sentiment, the Christmas tree. That's our cherry twine, but any twine will do. And we have our liquid adhesive. We also need some scissors and a hole punch to create these 2 tags. So we're going to use the Santa Bear to start, and we're going to use the snow globe that has the red base on it for this project. So we're going to take that Santa and just literally glue it onto the front of the snow globe as shown here. It's super quick and easy way to dress up a package. And I think it'll look amazing if you had a craft wrap package and then you just tied it up with a little bit of red ribbon and then put this on top with it. It would really look adorable. And then I'm just going to punch a hole through the top of this tag, or through the top of the snow globe to make a tag. And then I'm cutting a piece of our cherry twine. And this twine, you're gonna fold it in half, or fold it back so that the tails touch each other, and you're gonna have a little loop at the center. So you're gonna take that and put it through the front of the tag, and then you're gonna have the loop sticking out the back that you're gonna tuck the tails through, and then you're gonna pull. So that's how we've made the top of that tag. And on the back, you can write your to and from, whatever message you wanna have. So there's one of the tags that we're creating today. And then this next tag, we're just using the die cut images from the ephemera pack by themselves. And we're gonna stack the two presents, the tree and the Merry Christmas sentiment, on the other snow globe. So I'm gonna adhere those down and put them into place. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna punch a hole in the top of the snow globe to create a tag. And then we're gonna cut another piece, and here we're using our cherry twine. But again, you could use green twine if you had it, blue, even brown or black would be cute as well. And we're gonna tuck, again, the twine through the front, loop it, tuck the tails through, and then pull. So there we have a cute tag as well. Super quick and easy. And there you have all our projects that we've created today. We have these 4 adorable cards, as well as 2 tags that you can dress up any gift package that you wish. Don't forget, we have our holiday cards and tags bundle for sale for $47 at our store, www.averyl.com. You can also find loads of other inspiration there as well. Thanks for watching.